around the city of Jackson.
I feel like Jackson, Mississippi.
No one else wants to talk about.
The whole system is corrupt and evil. It's unreal, and they don't care, and everybody knows that. It's just sad.
And fights for the soul of America.
I'm gonna need y'all to explain to me what a positive solution is, because you positive solutions only people have been in charge for a while now, and I'm not seeing too many positive solutions.
You never met a motherfucker.
Strap in, turn up the volume, and get ready, Jackson, for unfiltered, no sugar added talk radio. It's award-winning podcaster Clay Edwards.
Boom. You've tuned in to the Free Range Human Show of Choice, your daily dose of reality radio. It starts right now. This is the Clay Edwards Show. I am, of course, Clay Edwards, coming at you live here on 103.9 WYAB, 50,000 watt blowtorch here in central Mississippi. As I tweak a few little things here on the Mazda Jackson live stream, get that up and rolling this morning. Of course, you can watch us live there at Save JXN on YouTube, X, Rumble, TikTok, and I am turning Facebook on now. And we should be going live on Facebook here in just a minute. And as soon as the screen gets up there, I'll bring in our good friend, Mr. Luke Greenlee, onto the screen, but you can hear him on the audio. Luke, what is up, my brother from another mother? What's going on? When I say brother, I mean, you probably want to punch people when they say it. I take it as a compliment, but we get confused as each other a lot. You probably want to punch people when they say it. I take it as a compliment. Now, I'm telling you, like, I hear about it all the time. Like, man, I feel so bad for Luke. He's a good-looking guy. I don't know what the hell it is they see. We compare, but I'll take a compliment. Like, man, I feel so bad for Luke. He's a good-looking guy. You're fighting for a big championship this weekend, so keep in mind you're fighting for both of us. You're about to fight for a big championship this weekend, so God knows all the crap I stir and the hell I raise, and the drama I cause. I hope you don't. And God knows, I hope nobody makes the mistake of thinking you're me and has to get knocked the hell out.
I get stink faces all the time.
I hope nobody makes the mistake.
I don't know why.
We need to get you in an FAFO shirt too. Then
I get stink faces
that'll.
all the time.
I've been hearing that people that are wearing them have been getting stink face. I'm like, well, I tell you. They might have stink face, but one thing they ain't gonna do is say it. They get the stink face. I'm like, well, I tell you, that is for sure. They might have stink face, but one thing they ain't gonna do is say it. I tell you, look, I get mean faces all the time, man. We are about 2 seconds from having to work on the screen here. I tell you, look. All right, there we go, man. We got Luke on the screen now. I had made a mistake with the second camera. I can't add it as high def. We slow the computer down. So I had made a mistake. Pull it on and change it to standard def. Camera. I can't add it as high def. High def from two different sources. It sounds silly. Change the internet, my friend's internet. So you can only handle so much high def. It was above mine too. But fortunately, the boss man that owns this radio station, he is a very, very intelligent fellow. But fortunately, he helped me out a lot with getting all this live stream stuff set up. He is a so we do appreciate Matt for even allow us to live stream, but that's not really the business model here at the radio station. They're a radio station, but he does understand the pros of business model here at the radio station. There are 200,000 people. But he does understand. They ain't saying 200,000 are watching, the pros, but they have access to it. Stream 200,000 people got a notification this morning that the Clay Edwards show is on. Watching, so but they have 1,000 watch. I'll take it. And we were talking before we got live here that the Clay Edwards inside the inside the Men's Health Mississippi Studios, but we were talking. I said I look at it in nightclub terms. Inside the Men's Health Mississippi. If 500 people are watching, that is 500 people that came through the door to hear what I had to say, or to 500 people watch a club, whatever band, whatever came through the door. It's like I just go back to my club days. I had to say, and then like I was telling you, we added TikTok to whatever band, whatever. That's been averaging 500 or so extra people a day right there. So I added TikTok. So that is at minimum 1,000 people watching the live stream while it's live. Extra people a day right there. That don't even count the thousands throughout the day to go back and watch this stuff. So I don't know, man. That's just kind of my ego a little bit, but you fight for wins. Yeah. I do this for viewers. If you're not doing that, what the hell are you doing? You fight for wins. It ain't no point in it. I can go stand on a milk crate in front of the amphitheater and call people bad names like those street preachers do, and talk to more people than some radio hosts do. Bad names like those street preachers. All right, so if you're not familiar with who Luke Greenlee is, this ain't his first time here. This is, I think, third time now. Third or fourth time. So this ain't his first time. Luke is fighting in the big About Time Brawling and Brandon event this Saturday night, tomorrow night in Brandon at City Hall Live, or I think they're calling it Brandon Civic Center now. I like that name better. City Hall
Sound more
Live, or
professional.
it does Civic Center, the City Hall Live.
No.
I don't dislike either or. I just got to get City Hall Live out of my head.
Civic Center.
But the Civic Center, I like that. They're fixing to redo it some too. I saw where they
I just got to get City
saw
Hall
the
Live out of my
Brandon.
head.
But
The Civic Center, I like
Board of
that.
Alderman
They're fixing to
meeting,
redo it some, too. I saw where
checklist
they-
or whatever the other day.
I saw the Brandon.
And one of the things they had to vote on was the
Board of Alderman
money
meeting,
to
checklist
do some
or
remodel
whatever
stuff
the
there.
other
What
day.
that consists
And
of, what
one
they're
of the
doing,
things
I
they
don't
had
know.
to
It's a
vote
big
on was
box.
the
I'm not sure what you
money
can do
to
outside of,
do
upgrade
some
the
remodel stuff there.
concessions.
What
And
that
the
consists of,
restrooms
what
seem
they're
pretty
doing, I
good.
don't know.
Maybe
It's a
they
big
add more. I
box.
don't
I'm
know.
not
Maybe
sure
it's
what you can do
more
outside of,
production stuff.
upgrade the
That's probably
concessions.
what
and
it is. Last time I was there, it was
restrooms
pretty
seem
nice.
pretty
You
good.
know,
Maybe
like
they
I
add
said, it's
more.
just
I don't
a
know.
box.
Maybe it's
Ain't really
more
much you can do to
production
upgrade. I
stuff.
don't guess.
No, I mean, you could give it some more
Last time I was there, it was pretty
character,
nice, you know, but
'cause
like
it's
I
just
said,
a
just
box,
box.
but I'm gonna
Ain't
be
really
honest,
much you
I
can
don't
do to
care.
upgrade. I don't guess.
As long as
I
it's
mean, you
clean,
can
it's
give it some
new
more
looking,
character,
newer looking than a lot of
it's
these
just a
older
box,
places.
but I'm gonna be honest, I don't care.
The sound's not bad in
As
there
long
for a
as clean,
concert.
it's new looking,
I don't know.
newer looking than
Whatever.
a lot of these older places.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. There's gonna be a big fight there Saturday
sound's
night.
not bad in there for a
And
concert.
Luke is
so
fighting for
I
the
don't know.
heavyweight.
Whatever.
I got to write heavyweight,
Anyway,
right?
it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
super
There's gonna be a
heavyweight.
big
Super
fight there
heavyweight. I'm
Saturday
sorry.
night.
Super heavyweight
Luke is
championship.
fighting
So
for
the
the
other guy's the
heavyweight.
champion.
I gotta
Yeah,
write heavyweight, right?
He's the champ. What's his name?
Dylan
Heavyweight, I'm
Crawford.
sorry.
Dylan Crawford. That's right. Dylan was watching the show the other morning. So shout out to Dylan.
He's
Crap. I had my thing. I'm sorry if there was an echo there. I apologize. I had the ads thing running through there. Fortunately, when we run this back through the podcast later, that won't be on there. It only does it on the radio for some reason. But so let me just reset a little bit. We got Luke Greenley here in the studio. He's fighting Dylan Crawford tomorrow night. Main event, Brandon, Mississippi, Brandon Civic Center. About time brawling in Brandon. We're going to give away a pair of tickets for that here in this first hour this morning. I got Luke for the first hour, and he got to go do his thing. What do you do like the day before a fight? I mean, do you work today or?
Well, yeah, I mean, I've got a little work to do today, but really just I'm gonna try and take it easy because tomorrow's gonna be a long day, and then tomorrow night, actually, I've got to go to soccer in the morning with my kids. I got to do the daddy duties, but after that, man, I plan on just chilling until it's time to roll.
So, like the headspace the day of the fight. This is the stuff that I think separates the men from the boys. There's one thing a month out. It's one thing a week out.
Yeah.
But when you get day of, especially like for a lot of the guys on this card, it's their first fight. What is the headspace like? What do you do to try to keep your mind off? I'm about to go get punched in the face for 3 rounds potentially.
Man, I've always kind of been in the spotlight the last couple of years, probably the last 20 years of playing football and all that stuff, man. And it comes down when it's like game day or fight day. Best thing to do is really just kind of just chill, take it easy, but do enough stuff to keep your mind busy to where you're not paying attention to what's going on until it's time. Man, it's to each his own, I guess. So for me, I just kind of chill until it's time to roll.
So find your happy place.
Yeah.
And find your happy place, and if it's playing video games, hanging out, just being loose.
TV, whatever it is you got. Me, man, I got a Harley, so I kind of chill on that thing. We'll go do a little ride and get some wind therapy in, but yeah, it's really just to each his own, I guess. But
yeah. So
trying to think about it too much because you can't get yourself worked up, and that's your worst enemy. You don't want that to happen.
Well, that, and then I was talking with Julian the other day about this kind of same topic. Like blowing yourself up, walking to the ring, and before you even throw the first punch, you're winded.
Yeah, man, I see that all the time. Especially these guys that have never fought before, or that you'll see them just going crazy, getting amped up, and then when they get in there, the first 20 seconds they're just done, blown out, and it's not even from getting beat up. It's just their adrenaline overload. So, man, that stuff it's definitely your worst enemy getting into a ring.
Ain't no doubt about it. So this is your first championship fight?
Yeah.
I guess so. You're undefeated, right?
Yep, undefeated. I was supposed to fight back in December in the actual championship of the tournament, but I've had a bunch of shoulder stuff going on from old football injuries and stuff, and I finally got it straightened out. So here I am trying to get this belt. So
the tournament fight, was that going to be a legitimate one-night tournament where you would have had to fight 2 to 3 times?
Yeah. Dylan ended up fighting I think 2 or 3 different fights that night, and ended up coming out on top. So that's kind of how it's like one of those 2 or 3 different fights, and then whoever wins the belt.
So we did some of those back at Crazy 8 back in the day.
Yeah, I used to fight in those dudes back then.
That's right, you did. Yeah. And that's you want to talk about having a just sack of steel, because it's one thing to have to think about. And if you look, this is what separates the men from the boys, right? Is being able to. This is what separates Tom Brady from hate to throw stones at anybody, so I won't, but let's just say somebody who has lost multiple Super Bowls. Tom Brady can get in that zone on the biggest games, on the biggest stage, and just has ice running through his veins. And I think the best fighters are the same way. Especially, you got to go get in that zone 3 times in one night.
Yeah.
Because I'm guessing she's like 3 fights, right?
Yeah.
First round, semifinals, finals.
Yep.
And you got to get the zone and got to think about it not once, not twice, but 3 times. And by the time you're fighting the third guy, well, he's the best of the best too.
Yep.
He was the last man standing on the other side of the bracket. And you're tired, and that's wild. It's wild that I'll be honest, it's wild that the athletic commissions even allow it.
Yeah, I mean, look,
I'm glad
that night was good. There was some good fights going on. Dylan did work that night, so I plan on hopefully coming out victoriously on Saturday night. So.
I've seen those where you get down to the finals and one of the guys just couldn't go after he won the last fight.
I think he ended up hurting his hand that night or something, but he ended up pushing through. So
now, he's a big old boy now, right?
Man, he's huge. I'm a big boy, and when I tell you he's big, he's big.
Now he's what 6'7", 6'8", we think. If not taller.
It's all speculation, really, because I'm 6'6", and I had to look up to him. So he's at least 6'8", probably 360, 370, something like that. He's huge.
That's a big old boy, man.
Yeah, he's a monster.
And you said he was bigger than he is, weight wise.
When he first started out, man, he was in the 400s, and I think he's did a lot of cardio and a lot of training and stuff, and lost a lot of weight. So he's looking good.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm excited for you. I'm excited for him. I'm excited to see it. I mean, you my guy. I mean, I shouldn't, being in media, I shouldn't pick sides, but I'd be lying if I said, we've known each other for so long. I mean, I'm pulling for my guy to win, but I want to see a good fight either way. So that's this Saturday night, tomorrow night.
Yep.
My recommendation for everybody, we got a lot of great sponsors on the show, a lot of great restaurant sponsors. One of them being El Patrio Mexican Grill. It's right across the street from the venue, right there next to Lost Pizza and all that. Swing by there, because it's a Saturday night. Most of you don't have to work on Saturday. I mean, you can get over there about 3:30, 4 or earlier. Don't let me go making your schedule for you. Get you something to eat. Get you a few cocktails, some of those frozen daiquiris, a couple cold beers. Fighters, not y'all. Y'all need to be sober-minded when you get in there, but your families, your friends, spectators, get over there, have you a couple cold beers, get you some good fajitas, all that good stuff. Tacos, whatever. They got the patio going to be rocking and rolling. Saturday's weather's going to be beautiful. And then roll on over. Doors open at 5:30. First fight at 6:30. And there's 20 fights. Now, this thing's going to be timed out. Boom, 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 boom. Each fight takes 6 minutes, up to 6 minutes. Now, that don't count walkouts and stuff. But as far as 1 minute rounds, 1 minute breaks, 6 minutes. But figure probably about 12, 13 minutes a fight, I guess, if you count walkouts.
Yeah.
15 minutes maybe.
Some of them don't last nowhere near that long.
Right.
They're done first 20 seconds in the first round.
Yeah, every fight ain't going 3 rounds. Nah. Most don't. I would like to actually see the statistics on that. How many don't go 3?
There's a lot of knockouts, man. You'll see a lot of heads on the canvas and stuff, and there's a lot of them that do go the whole time. They get the decisions. So hopefully mine will go pretty quick though. So
yeah, I hope so too. Man, the big old boys. I mean, I saw you. I saw one of your last fights where you and the big old boy, the black guy, down in McGee, not McGee. I'm sorry, down in Neshoba County.
Yeah.
Y'all went the distance.
Yeah, it was Jeremy
and y'all that I thought y'all were going to die in the ring.
Man, that dude was huge.
I mean, and not necessarily from head blows, but y'all were exhausted. I mean, y'all left it all in the ring.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, you both took some big shots, and neither one fell. Neither one got knocked out, and y'all got to the end of it. I was like, "Stop this thing!"
Yeah,
somebody throw the towel in.
I was hoping somebody would, man. I was wore out.
I was really worried about y'all's health after that, because I've seen what was it, Kimbo Slice and that other dude did that, and one of them died, and I think they're both dead now. That was just a really dangerous fight. But hey, that again, it's a gladiator sport, and that's why we go watch it.
That's right. I
mean, at the end of the day, people want to see blood. So all right, look, we got Luke Greenlee here in the studio. He's fighting tomorrow night. We're gonna be talking about all kind of stuff. If y'all want to call in, got any questions for Luke or anything fight related this first hour, 601-879-0002. You want to shoot a text in to the Ellis Autoplex text line, 769-241-1944. Let's take our first break, and we'll be right back here on the Clay Edwards Show, 103.9 WYAB.
1039 WYAB.
Did you get us switched over to shelter insurance?
Actually, I found a deal online.
You did? Does your deal come with award-winning customer service?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Does the deal include a local agent?
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
For insurance that fits just right, find a shelter agent near you.
Located in Ridgeland and Flora, come see me, Jamie Creel, Shelter Insurance.
Hey, Rankin County, swing by the locally owned and award-winning 042 Wine and Spirits on Highway 80 next to Sonny's Barbecue in Brandon today. We've got one of the largest selections around with over 200 bourbons and whiskeys to ignite your taste buds, more than 50 vodkas, 50-plus tequilas, 30-plus rums, and ready-to-drink cocktails, as well as premium scotches. And get this, we've got over 400 wines in stock for the perfect pairing anytime. Discover your new favorites today at 042 Wine and Spirits right next to Sonny's Barbecue, Highway 80, Cross Gates, Brandon.
Since 2012, Brentech Solutions has been keeping Central Mississippi businesses connected and protected. From secure data backup and cloud services with Synology to reliable network design and maintenance, servers, and business Wi-Fi, Brentech truly does it all. Brentech is your Ring Pro partner and smart home automation solutions provider. Brentech can handle Microsoft 365 support and even Starlink. Visit brentech.ms. That's brentech.ms. IT solutions that work.
Hey guys, I have a secret for you. We notice. We notice when you're tired all the time. We notice when your drive is gone. We notice when you're just not feeling that into us. But here's the good news. It might not be your age. It might be your testosterone level. Hey y'all, I'm Morgan at Men's Health of Mississippi. We help men just like you. We specialize in giving you back your strength, your energy, stamina, and confidence. Don't settle for feeling less than your best. Call Men's Health of Mississippi today to find out what your testosterone level is. Trust me, we'll notice that too.
For over 15 years, A1 Gear and Auto has been your hometown specialist for your auto repair and maintenance needs. From brake repair to placement to radiators, engines, starters, alternators, heat, and AC water pumps, and more, A1 will get your vehicle back up and running and on the road and in a timely manner. A1 is one of the only shops in the metro that specializes in rear differentials, rear ends, and rings and pinions. Call today to set up an appointment, or if you got questions, at 601-939-1060. A1 Gear and Auto, your hometown vehicle specialist.
Got electrical problems? Marty Cowden and Cowden Electric are here for you. Cowden Electric is your trusted electrician, serving the Jackson area for 3 decades. Electrical repair, service, and home rewiring are just the start of what Cowden Electric can do. Cowden Electric also installs generators to keep your power going when everyone else's lights are out. Plus, LED lighting, remodels, new construction, no job is too small. Visit CowdenElectric.com today to see all that they do. Cowden Electric, powering your home and business.
When leaks, clogs, or cold showers slow you down, call on Anglin Plumbing, the plumbing experts who get the job done right the first time. Leaky faucet, sink, or toilet? Need a water heater installed? Call on Anglin Plumbing. You can always trust Anglin's reliable and hardworking technicians. Don't let plumbing headaches ruin your day. Call on Anglin Plumbing Service to get it fixed. And you can be a part of the team. Anglin Plumbing is now hiring. Learn more about Anglin Plumbing at anglinplumbing.com.
Your pool should be something you enjoy, not something you fight with. Hi, I'm Darren with Elite Pools. At Elite Pools, we do more than just service. We take care of everything your pool needs, from your routine maintenance to your full repairs, upgrades, and even complete transformations. If your pool needs a little attention or a fresh start, then Elite Pools can bring it back to life. Visit Elite Pools online at elitepoolsms.com. That's elitepoolsms.com. Or give us a call. At Elite Pools, we keep you swimming.
Broadcasting live from the Men's Health and Women's Wellness of Mississippi studios. This is the Clay Edwards Show.
Welcome back in to the Clay Edwards Show, 1039 WYAB. Inside the Men's Health and Women's Wellness of Mississippi studios on a FAFO Friday here in Central Mississippi. This segment brought to you by our friends. We'll try to keep it restaurant and bar and liquor store heavy on the promos on the weekends because, well, that only makes sense, right? Look, you're looking for a good crawfish boil this weekend. Martin's. I think Martin's is going to have them every weekend for the foreseeable future. It looks like they got one this weekend and next weekend at Livingston. And, of course, you can check out what's going on at downtown Jackson, too, on martinsdowntownjxn.com, or simply go to Facebook, type in Martin's Livingston for, Livingston, and type in Martin's Downtown for, Jackson. and it'll tell you all the great things coming and going this weekend, all the upcoming concerts downtown. They got some great concerts coming out to the Livingston location. They got the Molly Ringwalds coming up in April, Big Crawfish Bowl, and their new amphitheater they're putting up out there. They've got 2 big crawfish bowls this weekend and next weekend, with next weekend's being a St. Patty's Day themed crawfish bowl. So if you're looking for something to do this Saturday, get out to Martin's Livingston. Big old crawfish bowl, big party, big times. Good times will be had by all. Don't drink and drive. Get you a driver, get you an Uber, whatever you got to do, and get out there and enjoy yourselves. And then get down to the big fight Saturday night, maybe. All right. If you're looking for somewhere to eat today, Martin's, both locations. The blue plate of the day. Yeah, the blue plate of the day. I said it right. It is fried chicken with your assortment with a fixed assortment of about a dozen different sides to choose from. I like the hash brown casserole. It's really good. And the fried okra is fabulous over there at Martin. So try that today. And of course, the full menu is also available. If fried chicken's not your thing, they have fried fish available every day as well. I know a lot of people like fried fish on Fridays here in Mississippi. It's kind of a thing around here. So y'all get out to either Martin's location. If you go to Livingston, hit up my boy Justin at the bar. Great dude, big supporter of the show. We always appreciate him. All right. We've got Luke Greenlee here in the studio. Luke is fighting Dylan Crawford Saturday night, super heavyweight championship title fight in Brandon at the Bout Time Brawling event. We were talking during the break. Hey, I pulled up Dylan to see just how big a boy he is. And he's definitely a big old boy. He's definitely a big old boy. I'm not going to say anything bad about Dylan on the show today, that's for sure. But I thought we could pull it up here and kind of show the audience just how big a boy Dylan is. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to pull this picture up I got of Dylan and just kind of give you all an idea of what Luke's going up against here. Luke, you're what, 6'5", you said?
6'6".
6'6". Yep. Yeah, I'm 6'3". Like I said, you're a couple inches taller than me. How much you weighing right now?
Right about 275 now.
275.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, you wear it well. The height makes all the difference, doesn't it?
I put on a little bit of weight for this fight, man. Actually, I normally run around about 255, 260, but for this fight, I was dealing with such a big dude. I was like, man, I got to put on a little weight just to stay in the ring with him. He'd be gonna toss me out of the ring. So,
yeah, I mean, like I said, we got him pulled up here for people that are watching online. He's the boy here in the black with the red and blue trunks in the fighting in the ring here. And like I said, he's a bigger boy. His legs are about as big around. His calves are about as big around as my thighs. I mean, he's a big old boy. So I mean, you have your hands full.
I absolutely am. But you know, it's one of those things. So you gotta take the big guys with the little guys. So.
How many fights have you had now? Is in Bout Time?
This is my 4th one in Bout Time.
4th one. Is you've been doing what, a little over a year now? Right at a year.
I started. My first one was.
Now, me and Lance went to your first one.
I think it was July.
But yeah, it was over the summer.
Yeah,
in the Neshoba, right?
Yeah.
Then you fought pretty consistently since then.
Yeah.
So well, good, man. Good. Let me get our other screen back up. I just wanted to show everybody kind of what the opponent looked like there. Want to give him his props as well. So there's some other good fights on the card. Now, hold on, one more thing. Though. We were talking about walkout music during the break there.
Yeah.
And your opponent's got unfortunately, he lost a poll, and his is going to be "Man, I Feel Like a Woman" coming out. And so that's an interesting choice. That's a choice, as they say. And you said your kid's pictures. You're not even sure what it is.
Yeah, it's an AI song, man. It's pretty cool though. So yeah, I'll just wait and see, I guess.
Well, if it was up to you, what would you walk out to?
Man, I do a lot of the last my couple songs have been like heavy hard rock songs. I come out to a couple of Korn songs. I can't remember all the ones I came out to, man. It's just some songs that get me pumped.
Korn has really grown on me over the years. I was not the biggest Korn fan in the 90s, early 2000s when they were at their peak of their radio success. But as I've gotten older, Korn has really grown. I mean, you would think it would be the other way around with a band like them and Limp Bizkit and stuff. Just that sound doesn't age well per se, but it actually has. It has really aged well, and Korn keeps putting out great new music too. And I was like, man, they sound so different than any other band out there.
Yeah, they're definitely my workout playlist. So.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So there's some more good fights on this card. Two of our friends, Haley and Katie, have 2 different fights. And I'm pulling for them both to win, obviously. There are Pearl girls there going to be going at it. It's Haley Shell and what is Katie's last name?
Stigman.
Stigman. Yeah, Katie Stigman. Are they both champions?
Yeah, man. They've been winning since I've been there. So
yeah. Man, the first fight I went to see you, they both befriended me.
Yeah.
and follow me online or whatever. And they were so dang nice to me.
They're super nice. They
That
welcomed me as soon as I got there, man. They pulled me in. So
yeah, just super nice and friendly. Love them to death. They've been so cool to me. And so I just got friends with them on social media and all that. And it's just awesome to see cool people doing big things.
Yeah. They'll probably be out there at the what's that, Black Axis tonight. It's our weigh-ins tonight.
That's right. The weigh-ins are tonight.
Yep. So
at Black Axis.
Yeah, and those two, man, they stay out there. I think they got their own booth there. They stay there so much.
That's good. You know, you gotta work hard, play hard.
That's right.
That's always been my motto. Yep. I'm trying to dial it back a little bit, work a little harder, play a little less, but you know, you still gotta blow off some steam.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's see here. Bubba's fighting.
Yeah, Bubba.
I love saying Bubba.
That's my boy, man. That's my brother from another mother.
How did y'all not rope Lance into fighting?
Man, look, Lance is so me and Bubba are the big ugly guys. Lance is the big beautiful guy. So he just walks around and gets me and Bubba in the crap, and then walks off and lets us handle it. So,
I mean, because he might be the biggest of all three of y'all.
He's definitely the biggest, but you know, he's not a fighter.
He built for show.
Yep. He's a lover, not a fighter.
That's where I fall in. I like to think because I'm not a race car. I'm a show car. I'm a trailer queen. That's if we got to make that comparison, and I don't want to get punched in the face anymore. I mean, you wouldn't know it as much crap as I talk, but I really don't want to get punched in the face. I've been punched in the face enough in my life. If people can't look and tell, my nose not straight at all. In any way, form, or fashion. It's going left, it's going right, it's going flat. I think the last time it broke, it actually kind of broke it back as close to normal as one could get. I got broke 3 times in one weekend.
Man,
one of them was from a foul ball at a softball tournament, so that one doesn't really count. But it hurt the worst. I'm minding my own business down on the coast at my sister's softball tournament. I wasn't probably 18 or 19, but it was the peak of my chaos, fighting in bars and all that.
Yeah.
And got it broke the night before at Inez's. That was Friday night. Then Saturday is at this dang softball tournament. Ball lands on it, breaks it again. As you want to talk about a long ride home from the coast.
I imagine so.
With a car full of teenage girls, or young, they're probably 14 or 15. I said about 3 or 4 years between me and my sister. Having to hear all that chaos with a broke nose and a headache. I never wanted to get in a car again with a female after that. And then I think it was the next weekend it got broke again. So it was like 3 times in 1 week. And I think that's about the last time I got my nose broke. I was like, no more. I'm retiring from getting punched in the face, or at least starting fights and getting punched in the face. But it don't take much. Don't take much to teach you a lesson about all that. All right, let's do this. Let's give away a pair of tickets. Let's see how I want to do it. Luke, you got any ideas on how we want to give away a pair of tickets?
I ain't got a clue.
You know what's been the easiest, the path of least resistance for me on this is the phone calls. Don't call right this second. When we come back from the break, we will tell you when to call. If you call before then, you're going to be SOL. So wait. When we come back, we're going to give away a pair of tickets to this Saturday night's big event. And hey, these tickets are $40 a piece at the door, which is a great value for a night of entertainment. Have y'all seen how much WWE tickets cost lately? You can't take a family of 4 to WWE for $40 a piece, I promise. More like $400 a piece. The cheapest WrestleMania ticket right now, and the nosebleeds are like $600, $522, something crazy like that. Not with this. Have you tried just look at like a ticket to Monday Night Raw or something? Yeah, it's great family entertainment, affordable, and we're gonna give you a pair of tickets. So you win 2, maybe you got a family of 4. All you gotta do is buy 2 more. Or if you're single, grab your boy, your girl. If you're in a relationship, grab your boo thing. Take them on out to Saturday night. But we're gonna give you a pair of tickets. Hey, if they want to buy tickets, can they still get them from you?
Yeah. I sell general admission tickets. I think there's a few of the first row tickets left, but you have to get up with Julie on those. Yeah, I've got I think I got plenty of the general admission tickets left.
How can they get in touch with you? Facebook?
Facebook or that's about the easiest way is just Facebook.
If anybody needs his number, text me. I don't want to put people's phone numbers out on the radio. But everybody needs to get in touch with Luke. If you want to buy some tickets directly from Luke, how much are they if they buy from you? 35?
Yeah, the 35.
So save them a few bucks. $35 if you get them from Luke. And if you want Luke's number, shoot me a text on the Ellis Autoplex text line, 769-241-1944. But let's see if we can give you a pair away before you do all that. We'll be right back here on the Clay Edwards Show.
1039 WYAB.
This is Central Mississippi's Stimulating Talk.
1039 WYAB. Pocahontas, Jackson.
Need a new car? Then march right over to Mazda of Jackson and spring in the savings. Get 1.9% financing for 63 months on all 2025 CX-5s, 2026 CX-90s, CX-50s, CX-70s, and Mazda 3s with approved credit. And get 1 year maintenance included on your new vehicle purchase. Don't wait another minute to experience Mazda's exhilarating performance, top-notch safety, and reliability. So get to Mazda of Jackson today, where pre-owned vehicles and hassle-free trade-in options are also available. Shop online or visit Mazda of Jackson, I-55 Frontage Road.
For decades, you've known the name Martin's for good times, great food, and the best live music. Now that's happening at 2 locations, downtown Jackson and Livingston. Check the websites, martinslivingstonms.com and martinsdowntownjxn.com for the many special events and live music lineups. You can chill with friends on the big patio at the Livingston location and enjoy the Blue Plate lunches and nightly drink specials. Martin's, downtown and Livingston.
Hi, Kim Wade here. Are you craving a home-cooked meal without the hassle? Come over to McBee's Bar and Grill in Ridgeland for their Blue Plate lunch specials. Served up every weekday, at McBee's is a different entree every day. Chicken spaghetti on Mondays, beef tip Tuesday, pork chop Wednesday, spaghetti Thursday, and catfish Fridays. And McBee's Blue Plate lunch comes with 2 classic southern sides and cornbread or a roll. McBee's specials are served every weekday from 11 to 2. McBee's, buzzing the res since 1982.
Here at Lake and Glass and Tint, we've become well known for 2 things, window tint and windshields. Now, when it comes to window tint, you already know that we're the go-to for home, car, and office. And as always, we offer free consultations. So if you're in the need of window tint or windshields, give us a call, 601-946-1000. Check us out on Facebook or Instagram or at lakeandglassandtint.com. Lake and Glass and Tint, where quality matters.
Ladies, tired of running on empty, sleepless nights, mood swings, stubborn weight, skin that has lost its glow? It is not just getting older. It is your body begging for help. Hey, y'all, I'm Morgan at Women's Wellness in Mississippi. At Women's Wellness in Mississippi, we bring it all together. Hormone therapy, medical weight loss, and the latest, greatest aesthetic treatments like facials, lasers, Botox, and so much more. This is where wellness and beauty meet so that you can feel amazing inside and out. At Women's Wellness in Mississippi, the best version of you is waiting right around the corner.
When it's time to get serious about work-ready equipment, come see me, Noah Sullivan, at H&H Chief Sales in Carthage. From rugged Big Tex trailers to durable CM and Legend X truck beds, H&H has what your truck needs to work harder and last longer. For the field, H&H carries reliable ag equipment from Salford, New Leader, and Chandler. Visit H&H Chief Sales in Carthage today or anytime at hhchiefsales.com. H&H, quality equipment, knowledgeable service, and solutions that work as hard as you do.
Hey guys, this is Casey Ellis with Ellis Autoplex, located on Highway 471 in Brandon. Ellis Autoplex, known as Little Truck City, is your old school mom and pop style dealership that's family owned and operated. We specialize in 4-wheel drive trucks, but don't worry, we have cars and SUVs too. Looking to sell your vehicle? Bring it by Ellis Autoplex, where we pay fair market value and we cut you a check on the spot. Need your vehicle service or repaired? We can handle that too. Shop us online or set your appointment at ellisautoplex.com. That's ellisautoplex.com.
Broadcasting live from the Men's Health and Women's Wellness of Mississippi studios. This is the Clay Edwards Show.
Welcome back in to the Clay Edwards Show. I want to say this: we got the opponent, Dylan, is talking a little trash in the comments. There says the guy on the bottom. What did he say? Going to get knocked out? Is that what he said?
The fellow on the bottom is getting beat up tomorrow.
Getting beat up tomorrow, man. Look, I love a little trash talk. Being a wrestling fan, being a sports guy, but man, if it don't work out, it's like, man, it sucks to have to eat those words. But if you win, it's like, I told you, I told you. But yeah, with all that said, man, I can't wait. It's gonna be a great fight. A lot of great fights on the card. You got 20 fights on the card this Saturday night. Brandon Civic Center, Bout Time Brawling in Brandon. We got one half of the main event here in the studio. Super heavyweight championship. Luke is the challenger going up against the champion, Dylan Crawford. Really excited about it. Really excited to have something like this big time. I want to call it professional fighting, but I guess technically it's amateur.
Yes, it's amateur.
It's amateur, amateur fights, big time brawling, Bout Time Brawling, big time event right there at the Brandon Civic Center. Nice venue. That's what we were just talking about that during the break. And it's not like the multi-purpose building, nothing against the multi-purpose building, but it's not really heated and cooled. It's dirt. And, because I always thought if they came to Brandon, that would probably be where it would happen. And when he ended up landing the Civic Center, I was like, damn, that's good. That's awesome, because that's going to bring people out that might not would have gone to the multi-purpose building. So I think you're going to have 1,000 people in there. I truly do. Yeah. I mean, you ain't far from it now in pre-sales. So I don't think it's a stretch to think we're going to get there to 1,000.
Me personally, I believe it's going to be more than that.
Yeah, I don't think that's the ceiling.
Yeah.
But I think minimum you're going to be about 1,000 people in there. Yeah, that's going to be awesome, dude. But I will tell you this, I think there's only seating for like 750.
Yeah.
So the earlier you get there, the better chance you have it sitting down. But with that said, I've been to a few of these things now, and you're going to catch yourself standing up way more than you're sitting down anyway, unless you got one of the tables around the ringside. And I've had one of the tables at ringside. I love it. It's a great experience, especially if you're taking like your girlfriend and family or something, or you want to take some business associates. I actually liked sitting in the a little further back.
Yeah.
When it was just like me by myself, and because I could just kind of watch whatever, move around, talk to people, all that stuff. And you get far enough back, you got a little better view of the whole thing. So, and especially if you're going to be recording the fight or whatever. So a lot of good stuff, man. I'm really excited about it. Just really excited for Brandon to get this event and to potentially get more of these events. That's why I hope everybody gets out and supports it. All the people, I'm going to call y'all out a little bit here. All the people who say there's nothing to do around here all the time. Like sometimes you got to find stuff to do. Sometimes you got to do things that might be outside your comfort zone. Everything to do around here might not be your favorite thing to do, but you got to go try different stuff. Maybe you think you don't like fighting. I don't know anybody that's ever been to a fight and didn't walk away like, all right, that was awesome. Just like when you see two dudes, two women, whatever, get in there and lock it up, going mano a mano for 1 to 3 rounds. Most people leave happy customers. So get out there and support this stuff. Take your kids out there. That's the other thing too. We're about to give away these tickets, I promise. That's the other thing. They're going to be one futures fight on there, 1 or 2 futures fight on tomorrow night's card. Usually they do a whole separate event during the day with the futures. That's the younger fighters. Parents, if you got a kid out there, bring them to this, especially if they're into karate or jiu-jitsu or want to get into that, want to get into boxing, bring them out and let them see what's going on. Let them see if they like it, if it's something they want to entertain. We've got great connections at the Pearl Boxing Club. And there's plenty of other, boxing clubs around here. I'm partial to the guys in Pearl because I like them. Coach Bombay and his team, I think they do really awesome stuff. Shout out to Big Baby and all of them over there. And, get your kid into some combat sports, get them into training. I tell you, I remember being a kid, and Luke, you'll know this. I'm sure there was always that kid that was a black belt, everybody knew. Nobody ever wanted to mess with that kid.
Nobody ever did.
Everybody wanted to be that kid's friend.
Yeah.
There's no better bully prevention than the bully knowing you can fight.
That's right.
And that's the best bully prevention in the world. But get your kids in. Everybody ain't meant to play soccer. Everybody ain't meant to play football.
It's definitely a kid-friendly situation, man. I've signed in the last 4 fights that I've had. I've signed more autographs of little kids, sign my shirt, sign a napkin or whatever, So there's no cussing, none of that kind of bad stuff going on, man. It's definitely a kid-friendly.
That's a great point. It is 100% a family-friendly. You're not going to be offended by anything you see there. First off, security ain't going to play any games with folks. And the folks in the ring, it's nothing inappropriate going on. Everybody carries himself very well. There's no, like I said, no cussing in the ring, none of that stuff. I mean, you may hear a cuss word in a walkout song or something. They may have a policy where there's no cussing in the walkout songs. But I know some people walk out to rap. Sometimes it's hard to listen to a rap song and not catch some cuss words. But other than that, there's no cussing. And so I think you got a great family-friendly event. Really looking forward to it. All right, let's give away some tickets here. I'll quit running my mouth, but it is a talk show. So that's kind of what I get paid to do. So first caller, let's keep it real simple. First caller, 601-879-0002 is going to get a pair of tickets to tomorrow night's big event in Brandon. Your name will be on the guest list at the door. So that's how you'll get your tickets. So you don't have to worry about meeting me. Let's see how quick this little blue light lights up here. We'll know if anybody's listening this morning. There we go. There we go. So I was about to have a confidence fail if it didn't start ringing. We got us a caller. So if you're trying to call, you can stop. Hey, you're on there.
Hey,
you trying to win the tickets?
Those tickets?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Who we got?
This is Mike.
Mike. All right, brother. Mike, you can text me your full name if you don't mind to the Ellis Autoplex text line. You got that number? All right, text me your full name, and you will be on the guest list at the door. Just go to Will Call when you get there, and they got you covered. Congrats.
All right, do me this. I'm sorry. Do this right here for me if you don't mind.
Yeah.
What's that number?
It is 769-241-1944.
1944.
769-241-1944.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Appreciate you, brother. All right, man. We got our winner.
There you go.
I like to keep it simple.
Good job, Mike.
I think the phone line is the most honest way to do it. So nobody thinks I'm rigging it for buddies or nothing like that. And it's just like first caller, boom. Keeps it real simple. So we've given away 5 pairs of tickets to that thing this week to Clay Edwards Show listeners. That was kind of our trade out for doing a little promotion for it. And I think that's a good deal. That's could be a bunch of first time people going out and checking this thing out. Luke, you got any predictions?
Oh man, obviously I want to come out on top. My girls need Haley and Katie to do work. They're definitely going to do it. Big Bubba, man, he's fighting a pretty young, stout dude. So I'm hoping he does his work. So.
Now is this Bubba's third fight?
Yeah, third. No, I think this is
fourth.
This is the third one.
I was thinking third. Yeah. Now is he 1-1?
To be honest with you, yeah, he's 1-1.
I was thinking he was 1-1. I know he came up a little short in his first fight. I saw it. He ain't got nothing to be embarrassed of. Yeah. I saw the fight. It was a great fight. I missed his second fight. I don't think it was in Purvis or wherever that next one. There's a little arena down south.
Yeah, it's down in Purvis.
Down Purvis, yeah. I think his next fight was there. I think he wanted right back in. He's like, I want to go again. Yeah. So and then he'll fight in his hometown tomorrow night. That's awesome, man. Does that add more nerves to it? So this is your first hometown fight.
Oh, absolutely, man. It's you don't want to go out there and stink it up in front of your hometown. So
yeah,
you want to go do work.
Well, I mean, without giving anything away on your plan or what you've been doing training wise, have you ratcheted up your training a little, or maybe you told me you've been watching some video of your opponent. So I mean, it just tells me you're taking it serious and kind of trying to look for weaknesses or opportunities, maybe more so the weaknesses to get your stuff in. Have you been training more for this one, or what's your regimen like?
I try and I keep it just normal as I can, but man, he's being as big as he is, I had to switch some things up a little bit and do some different things. So, but yeah, I mean, it's just it's one of those things you kind of pray that you do good and get out there and whoop butt. So
he's a big old what we call cornbread fed country boy. I mean, big old boy. I mean, they would say the same thing about you, but this guy's name looked like his nickname should be Pork Chop.
Yeah, whenever I'm telling you somebody's big, they're big.
They're big. Yeah. He's a big old boy for sure, and he's got at least 4 inches on you on height. It looks like
at least probably 3 or 4 inches on reach and everything else. Man, he's a big old boy.
Now that reach that's where it can really get you, because he can keep you away from him.
Yep.
If he can bob and weave a little bit, throw some jabs and stuff, work that jab and kind of keep you away from him. But with that said, if you get in on him with those long arms and that height difference, you've got an opportunity to work the body and work the jaw maybe. So
yeah. As big as he is too, man, he's fast. You would think a guy that big wouldn't be quick, but he's quick. So
I love an interesting matchup like that. But don't get me wrong, if you could have two identical weight and heights reaches, that's always interesting, because what skill wins the day. But when you have a physical differences, technique can win the day. So it's just going to be interesting to match up, kind of see the two different styles clash. And look, with that said, you ain't much younger than me. How old are you now? 45. How much longer do you think, win, lose, or draw?
Man,
how much longer do you think you can do this?
My mind says forever. My body's like, nah, bro. It's time to slow down a little bit. So I don't know, man. Probably 1 or 2 more fights, maybe. I really don't know.
And I was going to say, sometimes it's best to walk off a Super Bowl champion.
Yeah, it really depends on how this fight goes.
Yeah,
to be honest with you. So.
I'm not telling you what to do, giving you any advice, but I'm saying if you were to win and be champion, you win it at home. Yeah. Is it time to kind of leave your boots in the ring?
I think I might pull off a Tom Brady and walk off in the sunset, man. So,
a little breaking news there. It could be Luke's last fight. So don't miss your opportunity to see our hometown boy get up there and do big things. And look, our boy Bubba, shout out to Bubba, really pulling for him. Shout out to Katie and Haley. And if I'm anybody else I know that's fighting that hadn't called your name, I apologize. These are just the people I know the best. Luke, we appreciate you coming in, brother.
Absolutely, man. It's good to be here.
Look, we're going to take our last break, come back. I'm going to let Luke go on and get out of here so he can get some stuff done today. I'll come back, close out the hour, and then we will ratchet up all the incendiary culture war and political chaos for the second hour of the show this morning. Thank you, brother.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
And look, if y'all need tickets, holler at me. I'll get you in touch with Luke, and he can meet up with you or whatever and get you some tickets. We'll be right back here on the Clay Edwards Show. Welcome back in to the Clay Edwards Show, 1039 WYAB, here live in the Men's Health and Women's Wellness in Mississippi studios on a FAFO Friday. Beautiful day here in central Mississippi. I mean, could you ask for better weather? I don't think you could.
It's going to warm up here in a little bit, get up in the 70s, I believe. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. Man, going to be a lot of stuff. Get out tonight, man. Have a good time. Listen to some great music somewhere. Get some great food. Swing by 042 Wine and Spirits if you're going to sit at home. Maybe you're going to cook out at the house. Watch some TV tonight. Hang out with the fam. Get ready for a big weekend. Whatever it is you got planned. So much going on around Central Mississippi this weekend. Now, we get paid to talk about certain folks. That's who we're going to talk about. But there's plenty going on around here in Central Mississippi. I'm getting out tomorrow. I can assure you, I am not sitting at home this weekend. I've been behaving lately, but it's time to take the gloves off and have a good time. And that is exactly what I plan on doing tomorrow. So whether it's whether you're getting out to any of these places, man, just get out and enjoy them. Hey, for lunch today, Cypress Point Resort is going to be doing it big. Let's see here. I got their menu pulled up here. I'm going to tell you about them real quick. McBee's, if you're over on that side of the Ridgeland side of the reservoir. If you're over on the Ridgeland side of the reservoir, let's see here. Some people are telling me I got a mic problem going on. I don't know what it could be. Not sure what it could be, but I'm just going to keep talking. So whether you're on the Ridgeland side of the reservoir, McBee's is fried catfish. If you get out to Cypress Point, let's see here. You've got, I tell you, you would think by now I'd be more professional about this. I have everything ripping and ready to go, but y'all don't know how much I do this just by the seat of my pants. It is chicken spaghetti out at Cypress Point today. And look, mark your calendars for another big event coming up. You've got Pearl Day, Saturday, April 25th, free concert. I don't want to hear anybody complain about anything when it's a free concert. You've got Daltrey and Hinder at Pearl Day. So, I think I know what's going on here. Ain't no way I've done that the whole time, is it? Ain't no way. There. I think I got it fixed now. My apologies. All right, guys. I got that fixed. Normally I'm mic 1. And we got a mic out. So it had me on the wrong mic. I was on mic 2. Mic 1's down. There's a whole cluster going on here, unfortunately, with a microphone stand that busted. Got it fixed now. I forgot. I'm mic 3. So as life goes, I won't call it a technical difficulty because it wasn't a technical difficulty. It was a user issue. You would think I'd be better at this by now, but all it takes is one curveball, because this is all so much muscle memory. It's like, which channel is this? Boom, boom, boom. If one little change happens, it throws my complete world out of socket. My mic here, I'm telling y'all way too much information here. I'm just talking to you. My mic here is covering the knob that I cut up and down to make the commercials come through the internet when we're on break. So I didn't see that it was turned up, that first segment where it sounded like an echo. And then I had the wrong mic pulled up over here a second ago. It's going to happen. We're going to have we're going to have user difficulties every now and then. I don't have any professional training, just on-job experience here. I didn't say it was good experience. It's just a lot of it. All right, I'm having a good time with y'all. Appreciate y'all letting me know when something's messed up. Appreciate all the textures out there and everybody, because I would just sit here, keep going on along. No problem in my mind, because I don't have my headphones on, so I can't hear it. All right, we'll be right back here on the Clay Edwards Show.
Boom goes La Dynamite. It's hour 2 of the most incendiary show on the RADIO, the Clay Edwards Show. Got it right this time. Got the right mic on. Got everything turned down properly. No user malfunctions for hour 2. Appreciate everybody tuning in this morning. Always enjoy being able to pivot a little bit and talk to somebody like Luke Greenlee, like Mr. Julian Childress the other day, promoting the big fight tomorrow night. I'm excited about that. I hope y'all get out and enjoy that there at the Brandon Civic Center. If you need tickets, holler at me. I'll shoot you Luke's number after the show. And you can get some tickets, or you can just wait and get them at the door. But you can save $5 each per ticket getting them from Luke directly. So, all right. This segment brought to you by Men's Health of Mississippi, MVP Men's Clinic right there at Men's Health of Mississippi. Free testosterone screenings. Text my name, CLAY. That's easy, CLAY. Text it to 601-800-5130 and get a free testosterone screening. And they're going to test for all kind of stuff, not just testosterone. I heard a commercial during the break there about blood pressure medicines and this, that, and the other. Man, they're going to check for, what's causing high blood pressure, all that stuff. You're going to get a little healthy mini physical out of this, and it's not going to cost you anything as far as your blood work goes. So check that out and consider getting on testosterone. Who knows? After a couple months of testosterone, you might be thinking you got what it takes to sign up and get in that ring. You might. All right. That's Men's Health in Mississippi. Text Clay, 601-800-5130, and you'll be on the path to sleeping better, burning fat, building muscle, having more confidence, less depression. Consider this before you go see a doctor about anything antidepressant related. Before you go get on any SSRIs or anything like that. I implore you, please consider getting your testosterone levels checked, men, before you do any of that. And you won't regret it. You truly won't. I was at a low point in my life when I started doing it, and man, it changed everything. All right, let's get back into it. You guys already know. You know about the testosterone, but if you don't, now you do. Let me mark here real quick just to remember that I'm trying to keep track of how many times I talk about each sponsor, so every sponsor gets their equal ad reads here, so y'all know what I'm doing. Let's see. I want to talk about something that happened yesterday real quick. America got attacked not once, but twice yesterday by jihad. 2 terrorist attacks at schools, at one at Old Dominion and one at a synagogue. As part of the quote, what the Democrats call the Michigan problem. The Michigan problem, as they call it, attacked 2 different American facilities yesterday here in America. Aloha Snack Bar, both times. Last week, Aloha Snack Bar threw a handmade dirty bomb at New York City's finest, NYPD. And if you didn't listen to conservative media, and I know I haven't talked about it a lot on this show because I try not to talk above my pay grade sometimes. I try to give myself an opportunity to let it digest, and so I can regurgitate it in a way that I know what I'm talking about. I don't want to be one of them guys that just has an opinion about everything in the news. That's not what I do. I don't forget where I came from and how I got here. I got here talking about Jackson, talking about saving Jackson, talking about culture right, talking about urban decay, the mayor of Jackson. What the hell do I know about? Islam and foreign affairs or any of these things? I have my opinions. Maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong. But so I try to be very cautious about jumping in everything that goes on in the world, because I don't always know. I don't always have a strong opinion one way or another on some things. Some things I do. But one thing I think we should all have a pretty mutual agreement on is, well, terrorist attacks are bad. Can we agree on that? Left, right, black, white, Hispanic, Asian, Muslim, Christian, Jewish, whatever you are. Can we agree? None of us want to be attacked anyway, but definitely not by terrorist attacks, where we're just innocent victims, minding our own business, living our lives, enjoying the things that make America free, enjoying the reason that your asses snuck into this country to begin with, that you exiled your butts to America. Can you leave your terrorisms where the hell ever you came from? Is that too much to ask for all the opportunities this country provides you? White liberals, I'm talking to y'all too. You bunch of ungrateful bastards. Half of y'all would be thrown off of rooftops in the countries that you're defending. Your rainbow butts thrown right off the rooftop. Splat, splack. I need a sound effect in here. It goes splack. You would not be able to do any of this nonsense you're doing. Half you white liberal men would be wearing burqas in half of these countries y'all are defending because they could smell the rainbow. Splack. So be grateful that you live in a country where you're allowed to disagree about everything. But there's a time when you need to put, I don't know, America first. And days like yesterday, days like the one last week in New York City, days like 9/11, that's where we're all supposed to, come together. Come together now. We're supposed to put our differences aside and say, hey, I don't want to live in jihad. I don't want Sharia law here. I kind of like being able to go cosplay a communist on the weekends. I'm talking about y'all, not me. You can't be a revolutionary in America. You can cosplay one, but you can't actually be one. Go try that in one of these countries y'all are defending. Go try being a revolutionary in Iran. Go try being a revolutionary in Cuba. Go try being a revolutionary against the drug cartels in Mexico and South America. You're idiots. You're all a bunch of idiots. And the rest of us are tired of playing along. We're tired of going along with y'all's little dress up, your little cosplay, your LARPing, all of that crap. Yesterday, we were attacked twice. And sadly, at Old Dominion, a military service member, retired service member, black guy, I don't know if he was active or retired. I saw him in his uniform, was murdered by a former military member. I may have my victim and my perpetrator mixed up here, so I apologize if I do. I see so much on X, and I don't save everything. Either way, rest in peace to the victim. The bad guy had been sentenced as a service member for being an ISIS co-conspirator, an ISIS sympathizer, as a military member. He was sentenced to X amount of years in jail, and he's on supervised probation. Bro, we give black drug dealers in this country 20, 30 years in places like Rankin, white drug dealers too, but I'm just thinking about, I'm going to tell you, we have over-sentenced some black folks around here for crack cocaine. Now, they should have known not to have it, but, let's just be honest. Sprinkle a little crack on it is way, way not as bad as, teaming up with ISIS to destroy America. And this guy did about 8 or 9 years, 10 years in jail and gets out on supervised probation. And what does he do? Oh, what's his name, by the way? Is it John? Is it Chris? Is it Mike? Is it Clay? Is it Luke? No, his name is Muhammad.
Now, look, if your name's Muhammad out there, sorry about your luck. Not all Muhammads are bad. What's that saying? It's not all of them, but it's always them. Sorry, Muhammad. Sorry to the good Muhammads out there. I want to say this real quick. I've yet to ever have a negative personal interaction with any Middle Eastern or Muslim in my life. I've never had a negative interaction with any of them in my life. And I judge people on one-on-ones. Now, I may side-eye your whole group based on y'all's propensity for blowing yourselves up and blowing innocent people up in your pursuit for 72 virgins. It's okay to profile. It is. And I understand if you do the same to me based on dumb things that people that look like me do. But where I draw the line is you treating me like I'm the guy that did those things. Just like I'm not going to treat you like you're the guy that flew a plane into the buildings on 9/11. I'm going to give you an opportunity to show me that ain't you. I just expect the same in return. With that said, Muhammad, who's already gone to prison for being a military member that was giving American secrets or doing something with ISIS, goes into Old Dominion yesterday, into the ROTC room, kills a U.S. soldier, a former U.S. soldier, retired soldier, whatever. I do not mean to be disrespectful about that. I'm just getting my point across. And man, as bad as that was, something good came out of that. An ROTC member at Old Dominion jumped on this dude and stabbed him to death. Eliminated the threat. An ROTC member at Old Dominion, a college student in ROTC, killed a terrorist in his classroom. I'm getting chills just thinking about how much American badassery that takes. Can we please, at the next State of the Union, have that young man honored with the highest honor we can possibly give him? I don't know if he's joined the military yet. Most ROTC people do end up joining the military. I mean, he needs to go in. If he's joining the military, if he's going to the academy or whatever, he needs to be expedited to whatever the highest entry-level rank that you can give somebody. And he needs to go in with the Medal of Freedom, the one they give citizens. That's the young man that we need to, at this country. Now, I can understand if you're not wanting to plaster his name and information everywhere because a bunch of idiot jihadists, a bunch of idiot white liberals will try to say he's the bad guy. Oh my goodness, he killed a Browns person. He killed a Browns person. It won't matter if he's black, brown, or white. The guy that did it, you're not allowed to kill a Browns person no matter what they were doing. But there's a large portion of us, I want to wear this guy's face on a t-shirt that just says GOAT. That man, family should be so proud of him. I mean, who didn't wake up today thinking, who didn't just hear that story thinking to themselves, I'd like to kill a terrorist. That wouldn't be the worst thing that could happen today. Kill a terrorist. Save everybody in my class. Except the one guy, unfortunately. There's worse things that could happen today than you standing over a dead terrorist. And all of this going on, I bring this up. And then there's the guy that drove a flaming vehicle into a synagogue. Was it in Michigan? Fortunately, is a synagogue with a school and a nursery attached to it as well. Fortunately, because it's spring break, there was no staff or children there. And that threat got eliminated too. Now, I don't think he had any intentions on not being eliminated. If he was hoping to, kill a bunch of people, he should have checked the schedule and realized it was a spring break. All of this going on while the Democrats refuse to fund DHS. We got to take a break, but I'm going to say this one thing real quick. Off the coast of California, there's credible information that Iran sleeper cells are going to use boats to send drones up that are bombs and attack California. And in my opinion, that's exactly what the Democrats want, because they're going to say, look at what Donald Trump made happen when he attacked Iran. Look at what Donald Trump made us do when he tried to deport our illegal pedophiles, our illegal rapists, our illegal murderers that we need to vote in the midterms and the presidential elections. Donald Trump made us do this. There's going to be a bunch of blue Democrat sheep that say, yep, it's a small price to pay to make Donald Trump go away, to own the MAGA. I don't care how many of my fellow Californians had to pay the ultimate sacrifice. They were martyrs. That's what Democrats think. If you think any different, you're crazy. Democrats have such Trump derangement syndrome. They are willing to live under the threat of a terrorist attack, their families being killed by terrorists, if they think that'll be the thing that helps make Donald Trump go away. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. This is the Clay Edwards Show.
.1039 WYAB.
Men, if you answer yes to any of these questions, you could be suffering from low testosterone. Do you have low sex drive? ED, always tired, depressed, loss of muscle mass, obese, loss of focus and drive? You, my friends, need to get your numbers checked. Check out Men's Health of Mississippi, located in Madison, Mississippi, and online at menshealthms.com. Guys, get your numbers checked today. Trust me, she'll thank you for it. I promise. menshealthms.com. Men's Health of Mississippi.
Did you get us switched over to shelter insurance?
Actually, I found a deal online.
You did. Does your deal come with award-winning customer service?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Does the deal include a local agent?
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
For insurance that fits just right, find a shelter agent near you.
Located in Ridgeland and Flora, come see me, Jamie Creel, Shelter Insurance.
Looking to make technology work for your business instead of the other way around? Visit brentech.ms today. From reliable network infrastructure and wireless internet to cloud or on-premise backups, Brentech has solutions that keep your business connected, secure, and running smoothly. Don't let tech headaches slow you down. Discover how Brentech can simplify and elevate your business at brentech.ms. That's brentech.ms. Brentech, technology made easy.
Hey, Rankin County, swing by the locally owned and award-winning 042 Wine and Spirits on Highway 80 next to Sonny's Barbecue in Brandon today. We've got one of the largest selections around with over 200 bourbons and whiskeys to ignite your taste buds, more than 50 vodkas, 50-plus tequilas, 30-plus rums, and ready-to-drink cocktails, as well as premium scotches. And get this, we've got over 400 wines in stock for the perfect pairing anytime. Discover your new favorites today at 042 Wine and Spirits right next to Sonny's Barbecue, Highway 80, Cross Gates, Brandon.
Got electrical problems? Marty Cowden and Cowden Electric are here for you. Cowden Electric is your trusted electrician, serving the Jackson area for 3 decades. Electrical repair, service, and home rewiring are just the start of what Cowden Electric can do. Cowden Electric also installs generators to keep your power going when everyone else's lights are out. Plus, LED lighting, remodels, new construction, no job is too small. Visit CowdenElectric.com today to see all that they do. Cowden Electric, powering your home and business.
When leaks, clogs, or cold showers slow you down, call on Anglin Plumbing, the plumbing experts who get the job done right the first time. Leaky faucet, sink, or toilet? Need a water heater installed? Call on Anglin Plumbing. You can always trust Anglin's reliable and hardworking technicians. Don't let plumbing headaches ruin your day. Call on Anglin Plumbing Service to get it fixed. And you can be a part of the team. Anglin Plumbing is now hiring. Learn more about Anglin Plumbing at anglinplumbing.com.
Your pool should be something you enjoy, not something you fight with. Hi, I'm Darren with Elite Pools. At Elite Pools, we do more than just service. We take care of everything your pool needs, from your routine maintenance to your full repairs, upgrades, and even complete transformations. If your pool needs a little attention or a fresh start, then Elite Pools can bring it back to life. Visit Elite Pools online at elitepoolsms.com. That's elitepoolsms.com. Or give us a call. At Elite Pools, we keep you swimming.
Broadcasting live from the Men's Health and Women's Wellness of Mississippi studios. This is the Clay Edwards Show.
Welcome back into the Clay Edwards Show. If you're watching online, you see I've added a surprise special guest here, unannounced special guest, my good friend and yours, Mr. Andrew Gosser. He was sitting in the other room there, and I wanted to get Andrew's take on this, and we're going to do that here in just a second. But first, I want to tell you guys, if you're out car shopping this weekend on the new car side or used car side for that matter, Mazda of Jackson, check it out. You need a new car? Then march right on over to Mazda Jackson and spring into some savings. Get 1.5% financing on 63 months on the remaining on the remaining 2025 Mazda CX-5s. And hey, they're not stopping at the 2025s. This 1.9 for 63 is going for the 2026s too. And for it to only be early March, and they're offering 1.9 for 63 months. Guys, you better jump on this if you're looking for a dependable, good-looking, fuel economy, nice vehicle that's going to last you a while. These Mazdas. But look, so also available on the 2026 CX-90. That thing's gorgeous too. If you're considering it compares to like a Nissan Pathfinder, Toyota Highlander, even Toyota 4Runner somewhat. So that mid-size SUV market, please take a look at the Mazda CX-90 before you go pull the trigger on a Trailblazer, a Blazer, or any of the other aforementioned SUVs I just mentioned there, Ford Explorer, anything like that. Consider the CX-90. But you got that. You got the CX-50 and the CX-70, also the Mazda 3, all qualify for 1.9 for 63 months. Every new purchase comes with a year of basic maintenance at no additional charge. That's your oil changes and all that good stuff, tire rotations. And look, you're gonna get to do business with some good locally owned folks right there, Interstate 55 at Briarwood, and online at MazdaJackson.com. Give the Carr family a shout. Chris and Cassie, they're the owners, and they sit there on the desk. They're not hiding behind an office. They're not hiding behind a general manager, a general sales manager, and a sales manager. They are the sales managers. They are the general manager. They are the assistant general manager. They are the owners, and they're the ones you're doing business with directly. You just do not get that in the big franchise dealerships. It's so rare. I'm telling you, from my 12 years experience, that is so rare. The only other person I know that does that is Casey Ellis at Ellis Auto Place, and it's not even a new dealership. It's an independent dealership. But I'm just telling you, that is unique. That means they care about customer service. And, that's such a big difference. They're not hiding behind it. If you're mad about something, you're upset about something, you're talking to them. So, man, it makes a big difference. MazdaJackson.com. All right, Andrew.
Yes, sir.
I was just ranting and ranting and raving and raising 7 levels of hell about the terrorist attacks here in America yesterday.
That's two.
There's 2 in one day. You got the one last week.
Yep.
In New York that, according to CNN, Mondami was the intended victim.
Yeah. CNN was lying out of its rear end. And, Abby Phillip had to apologize for her statement. And, it's CNN is evil, but I want to get back to these terrorist attacks. This is something that's going to happen more and more. And Americans are going to have to wake up, because everything that we wanted to happen overseas is now coming here because we're weak at home, and people can smell it and people can feel it. I'm not saying that you have to go out there and become John Rambo tomorrow, but just like that ROTC cadet at Old Dominion, he made a decision to act with quickness and violently. He didn't hold back. And it's one of those things where we're going to see more and more of this. We're not going to get lucky next time, like what happened in Michigan with that synagogue and driving that car bomb into, and that's what it was. It was a terrorist car bomber. And thankfully it didn't go off, but because that would have been absolutely catastrophic. But we're going to see stuff like this. And it's because of our horrible immigration. And it's because the liberal media and the Democrat Party have purposely weakened patriotism and Americanism. in our country. Our kids don't understand how special it is to live here. They think America is just like every other country out there, and it's not. It's very special. But if we don't teach that, if we don't pass that down from generation to generation, just like Ronald Reagan says, we're one generation away from losing our freedom, and we're getting ready to have that fight. I really believe it.
I have been trying my best here to not constantly rant and rave and raise hell about our DC politicians. I'm trying to like focus on things that I can make a difference in, you know, and trying to make a difference at home. But man, what our weak-kneed Republicans, and I don't know any other thing to call them other than Republicans, our weak-kneed Republicans up there in DC are doing to us pisses me off to no end. When Democrats, Kim Wade has talked about this, Kim Wade, make sure I say it right, has talked about this at nauseum. When Democrats have control, you got to respect them because they go for generational changes, and they're all on board. They don't fight it. That's what's got us into, when Obama was there for 8 years, that's what's got us into all this crap we're into now, is what the Democrats did during the Obama administration. Look at what they did when Joe Biden was in. Open the border, wide ass open. And that's what's got us into this terrible situation. Democrats go for the jugular when they're in charge. Republicans, well, you know, we just need to cross the aisle a little bit. We need to, you know, let's listen to the other side. When look, I don't know if every American needs an ID to vote. I don't know if we need to be rounding up terrorist, illegal pedophiles. I mean, that's people's neighbors, guys. We can't go after people's neighbors.
It comes to a mindset where the Democrats are really brilliant when it comes to this, and that's playing the long game of politics. This started long before even the 1960s, although that's where I really see it when new wave feminism really took over America, and that really started shifting America away to where it is now. And we've become weaker and weaker and weaker. But this is a long game, and Republicans can't seem to play up against the next election. That's all they're really concerned about. And look at what's happening in the midterms right now. We're worried about holding on to the House. We can't get the SAVE Act passed through the Senate because we don't have the testicular fortitude to go ahead and just say, look, you're going to either do a talking filibuster and then we're going to vote it up or we're going to vote it down. We have the votes there to do it. People don't like the filibuster. I personally, you know, we would be in a very different world if we didn't have the filibuster. If you remember back in the last Congress, Joe Manchin and Kirsten Sinema, that's the one. Thank you. Voted with the Republicans to filibuster that bill that would have legalized all those illegal aliens and changed our demographic in the United States forever if it wasn't for that. So I understand why people kind of want to hold on to the filibuster, but now's not the time to do that. We've got to save our country.
You can bring it back. Do you take it away? You can bring it back. Right? You know, nothing's off the table if they choose it to not be off the table.
It's something that has to be done, Clay. And if we don't realize that, it's like we're too distracted with K-pop Demon Hunters or our favorite music or our favorite TV show. We're more focused on that than what evil is doing right in front of our very eyes. And we're all distracted over here, shiny squirrel. Oh, look at over here, new car. Whatever it is, we're not focusing on the things that we need to be focused on. And if you think for 1 second that the government's going to be able to come in and protect you when all this stuff really starts kicking off, you're sadly mistaken. You're sadly mistaken. 911 is not going to be there for you.
No, 911's a joke in your town.
Yep.
Get up, get down. I'm convinced, and I told you this off air yesterday, and I kind of said it on air just a second ago. I'm convinced. I was thinking about this Iran potential drones in California attack. Stuff that the Democrats, they need that. They want that. They are willing to sacrifice their fellow Democrats and citizens in California to be able to hope that that's the thing that buries MAGA forever. Look at what Donald Trump made the Iranians do to us.
It's not just the Democrats. I think it's something bigger than just the Democrats.
The George Bush Republicans
too.
Sure.
The what did they call it? The Lincoln Project Republicans. They're out there, but the thing is they are in the minority. We are the majority, Clay. It's just that, do we spend our time and our treasure and our capital on getting back to America, or are we going to continue focusing on our family and what we want to do? America's the greatest country in the world, Clay. We can go out and do whatever the hell we want to do, and we can make it happen. Whereas you go look at some of these countries where these people are coming from, Somalia, where you're lucky if you can get one meal a day. and we're debating whether we want to go to Popeyes, KFC, or Cane's. You know, we have it so good here. We have it so good here, and yet we won't fight for the things and ideals that got us to where we're at today.
Yeah, but I mean, I need to be able to, be a transgender nut job and go LARP on the weekends as a revolutionary and let everybody know how much I hate this place.
If we actually treated that the way that we should, that would have lasted all of about 2 weekends. But when we made it cool to go out there in live action role play or LARP, specifically during the Summer of Love in Portland, when these attorneys were dressing up in the weekend and acting all battle hard, and then they would go in during the week and defend all their buddies who got arrested for it. We need a real change. And
it wasn't just the attorneys; it was the prosecutors as well.
Yeah, yep. I just remember those 2 attorneys. That's the one I was thinking of. But you're absolutely right.
You talking about the man and woman that threw the firebomb?
Yeah.
That was New York.
That's right. Well, it happened.
And they got off of that too, by the way.
Yes, yeah, they did. The attorneys in New York, and then there were attorneys in Portland too. I don't remember exact details, but I remember it being in both places. But my point is this: we don't hold people accountable anymore. No one's at fault. You can't criticize anybody anymore. You see, I mean, I'm not trying.
I did a whole segment about it yesterday. Criticism is racism.
Yep. You can't sit there and say, you know what, you're screwed up. Fix yourself, because all of a sudden now you're the bad guy. And we just have to, I mean, how do they say? Strong men make good times make weak men make hard times. And it goes
strong men.
Make strong men. It goes around in circles. And we're about to get to those hard times.
See, I thought we got there. I thought we reached weak men creating hard times. I look at Joe Biden and all those cuck rainbow supremacists that were running his administration and auto pen. I looked at them as the weak men, the cuck Canadian leader Justin Trudeau, the weirdo over in the other part of the country that's married to the guy pretending to be a girl, allegedly, of course, and all that. Look, those are weak men that are able to cross their legs all the way. Big boy Clay, I can't cross my legs like that. It just, there's some physical and there's a third leg there that prevent me from being able to do that. But hey, to each their own, but those are weak men creating hard times for Dusty Rhodes. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. Can you do another segment?
Yeah.
All right. We got Andrew Gosser here, host of the Andrew Gosser Show, 10 to noon, right here on WYAB every day. Andrew is a vet, been in military, been in war. And this is why I wanted Andrew's thoughts on this stuff. He's been over in the sandbox. He knows times. He knows about these people. And let's talk about that and more when we come back. Don't go anywhere.
Talk. 1039 WYAB, Pocahontas, Jackson.
Need a new car? Then march right over to Mazda of Jackson and spring in the savings. Get 1.9% financing for 63 months on all 2025 CX-5s, 2026 CX-90s, CX-50s, CX-70s, and Mazda 3s with approved credit. And get 1-year maintenance included on your new vehicle purchase. Don't wait another minute to experience Mazda's exhilarating performance, top-notch safety, and reliability. So get to Mazda of Jackson today, where pre-owned vehicles and hassle-free trade-in options are also available. Shop online or visit Mazda of Jackson, I-55 Frontage Road.
For decades, you've known the name Martin's for good times, great food, and the best live music. Now that's happening at 2 locations, downtown Jackson and Livingston. Check the websites martinslivingstonms.com and martinsdowntownjxn.com for the many special events and live music lineups. You can chill with friends on the big patio at the Livingston location and enjoy the blue plate lunches and nightly drink specials. Martin's, downtown and Livingston.
Acme Pizza and Daiquiris is leveling up. A whole new Acme Pizza and Daiquiris is now open at the Reservoir at Beethoven's Boardwalk in Ridgeland, right next door to Cock of the Walk. And the new Acme Pizza and Daiquiris will have all of your old favorites too, like the Acme Dynamite Balls and Garlic Knots, and the best specialty pizzas ever, like the Pig, the Sergeant Pepperoni, the Surf and Turf, and lots more. Come to the all-new Acme Pizza and Daiquiris location on the Res in Ridgeland, next door to Cock of the Walk.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind with friends and family? El Patrio Mexican Restaurant is calling your name. With locations in Flowood and Cross Gates, Brandon, El Patrio is the cozy, family-owned gym where great food meets great times. Enjoy El Patrio's signature margaritas and happy hour specials that keep their customers coming back for more. Indulge in their authentic Mexican dishes prepared with love and served in a warm, family-friendly atmosphere. Come to El Patrio and taste the traditions. El Patrio, where family, flavor, and fun come together.
Hi, Kim Wade here. Spring is in the air and temperatures are on the rise, requiring us to run the AC nonstop. Don't let those days sneak up on you. Call Pure Air Consultants today for your spring inspection on your AC system. Pure Air Consultants, your go-to Ring Pro partner that can get the job done and have you resting in comfort in no time at all. Locally owned and operated, Ring and Pure Air Consultants to the rescue. Contact Pure Air Consultants today online at mypureconsultants.com. That's mypureconsultants.com.
Ladies, tired of running on empty, sleepless nights, mood swings, stubborn weight, skin that has lost its glow? It is not just getting older. It is your body begging for help. Hey, y'all, I'm Morgan at Women's Wellness in Mississippi. At Women's Wellness in Mississippi, we bring it all together. Hormone therapy, medical weight loss, and the latest, greatest aesthetic treatments like facials, lasers, Botox, and so much more. This is where wellness and beauty meet so that you can feel amazing inside and out. At Women's Wellness in Mississippi, the best version of you is waiting right around the corner.
When it's time to get serious about work-ready equipment, come see me, Noah Sullivan, at H&H Chief Sales in Carthage. From rugged Big Tex trailers to durable CM and Legend X truck beds, H&H has what your truck needs to work harder and last longer. For the field, H&H carries reliable ag equipment from Salford, New Leader, and Chandler. Visit H&H Chief Sales in Carthage today or anytime at hhchiefsales.com. H&H, quality equipment, knowledgeable service, and solutions that work as hard as you do.
Hey guys, this is Casey Ellis with Ellis Autoplex, located on Highway 471 in Brandon. Ellis Autoplex, known as Little Truck City, is your old school mom and pop style dealership that's family owned and operated. We specialize in 4-wheel drive trucks, but don't worry, we have cars and SUVs too. Looking to sell your vehicle? Bring it by Ellis Autoplex, where we pay fair market value and we cut you a check on the spot. Need your vehicle service or repair? We can handle that too. Shop us online or set your appointment at ellisautoplex.com. That's ellisautoplex.com.
Broadcasting live from the Men's Health and Women's Wellness of Mississippi studios. This is the Clay Edwards.
Welcome back in to the Clay Edwards Show, 103.9 WYAB. This segment brought to you by our friends over right here downstairs from me, Shelter Insurance. Jamie Creel, he's going to be on the show with me one day next week.
He's a great dude.
He is, man. I think he's going to be on with me Wednesday. And we're going to talk about some insurance stuff, and we talk about everything with Jamie. Jamie ain't scared to get dirty and talk about every topic we talk about. That's why I don't mind him having him on the show anytime. It ain't got to be just about insurance, but we will help you out with some insurance stuff too, and kind of what the trends are, some things they're offering, and just some ways he can help save your personal life or your business life some money. You know, I told the story ad nauseum, but it's worth telling you. He saved my boy Marty $50,000 a year on his business insurance. And Marty's just a mid-sized business. Somebody even called it a small business. And saving $50,000 a year on his insurance. That's what his truck, his crew, his vans out on the road, his trucks and whatnot. He saved another buddy of mine over $700 a month. That's on his home car, boat insurance and whatnot. That is real money. If I could cut $700 out of my budget somehow or another every month, or my expenses, and not have to forfeit anything, sign me up.
Yep.
Sign me up. Can I get $700 a month off my rent, off my car note? You know, I've already got good insurance, affordable insurance through Jamie Creel there. But look, let him help you out. Home, car, life, business. I think that's about everything. Health. They can do it all. Shelter Insurance, Jamie Creel, 2 great locations to serve you right here in Flora at the Cotton Exchange Plaza, Highway 51 North in Ridgeland, right there next to Fleet Feet and Lost Pizza and El Cazadores or whatever that Mexican restaurant's called. I think that's it. Anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about, right over there by Trace Grill, that big shopping center at the intersection there, across from AutoZone. Good folks, locally owned and locally operated. You know, you got these storms coming through. You want to have to call an 800 number and talk to somebody in Pakistan about your roof done got blowed off, or your barn done got thrown down, your car done had a tree fall on it, your house, whatever? Or do you want to be able to text or call your agent right here in Mississippi that understands, boots on ground, what's going on, gonna come out there and put his eyes on it, gonna expedite your claim? You want to do that, or you want to sit on hold with somebody in Pakistan, and you're probably paying more money for that service too. Jamie Creel, Shelter Insurance. All right, Andrew Gosser, host of the Andrew Gosser Show. We're inside the Men's Health, Women's Wellness in Mississippi studios this morning. The Ellis Autoplex text line 769-241-1944. Andrew.
Yes, sir.
We were just talking during the break there a little bit.
Yep.
Hey, man, I was texting, and I was texting one of our listeners, Frisco, and I'd said this on the air before. I'm real careful about what I talk about, because people will say I look stupid, and I talk about stuff I don't know about all the time, but it's stuff I do feel confident talking about. There's big things, there's real world issues that I try to avoid talking about because I don't have a depth of knowledge on it where I feel like I bring anything to the table. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people out there, and I say that to say this. There's a lot of people who don't. And what you're seeing right now on places like X, especially because I love X, but there's a lot of people on there who are showing their true colors, and they believe because they have 1 million followers that somehow makes them an expert on, anything that America's doing, anything going on in the world that they have an opinion on. I think of like the Krasenstein cucks, those two queer brothers, for example. And, they come to mind. A lot of these conservative news influencers that all repost the same damn thing, and somehow they're an expert. What makes you an expert? You just stole that content from the other guy.
Yeah.
And it's just like they're contrarian to be contrarian. And I said this in the last segment, the first one I got to rant and raven on. There's a time to be contrarian, and there's a time to be an American. How about we let the professionals, the military, how about we let them fight this war in Iran? And you set your phone down, you set your video game down. Yeah, great. You're good in Call of Duty. There's a big difference in Call of Duty and what this military actually has the capabilities of doing. How about we let them do what their job is? I hate to break it to everybody. Militaries are built for war. Militaries are built to protect the country that they are based out of.
Yep.
This is what people who sign up for the military, don't let me speak for you. Please tell me if I'm wrong. When you sign up to go join the military, you understand. They make it clear to you, if the country needs you, you may have to pay that debt to it in blood.
Yep. And
you understand that going into it. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
The type of forces that are being used in these actions, in these military, and these strikes right now, this is top of the line, right? This ain't just like your grunts, and I no offense to grunts, by the way. This ain't just infantry. I mean, this is Delta Force, this is SEALs, these are your Air Force guys. I mean, this is Top Gun guys. I mean, this is these guys live for this, is what I'm saying, right?
So this is what I'm going to say. Right now, it's not a ground war. Are there special ops involved? I'm sure there are, but I don't know about it, even if they were. But what you're seeing is the application of the world's greatest Air Force, the world's greatest Navy, and the world's greatest Marine Corps using air power to not just get air superiority, but to get air supremacy, which is, when you talk about the two things, air superiority means we go in for an hour and a half and nobody's doing anything. We leave, and then Iran gets the control back. We have air supremacy where it's just 24/7 lockdown. Nobody's doing nothing. And you are watching the application of air power at its finest. The only thing that's going to beat the United States is the United States. Is going to be our senators and our congressmen who are sit there whining, pissing, moaning. Oh, I almost cussed. I don't want to do that. But and making it difficult for the warriors to go out and do what warriors do. Look, we don't want to be sitting at home in garrison. We're out there. We're training to fight and to apply air power violently. We're not sitting there trying to sit there and be a nice guy and say, oh, we're sorry. No, we want to go there and blow your behind up. And if I got to use a 500-pound bomb, that's great. If I got to use a GBU-37, then I'll go do that. Whatever it takes to get the job done. And you're watching men and women fly missions from stateside, CONUS, continental United States, all the way over there doing their business and flying all the way back because you got losers like Keir Starmer in England who won't let us use Great Britain's base, whether it be Diego Garcia or Lakenheath. I know that they opened it up now because of the king, but in the beginning, we're trained to do this, and it's not that we enjoy killing people, but we love what we do, and we take an oath to the Constitution of the United States to defend against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
So at this level,
Yeah.
This isn't, well, if I got to go, they ought to send the president's son over here with me. They ought to make him go to war too. Is anybody over there right now thinking, man, I sure wish Barron Trump was here with me right now?
No, but what I will tell you is this: you have pilots over there who are senior pilots with thousands and thousands of hours, as well as brand new nuggets with less than 500 hours. You know, I can remember a lieutenant friend of mine when I was enlisted in the Navy. He was a Lieutenant JG, an O2, and one of his first missions off the carrier as combat qualified was a combat mission over Bosnia. He was just the nugget. It's just the luck of the draw. So you are seeing the ultimate in professionalism, mentorship, leadership on all levels of the military, from the most senior military officer down to the lowest enlisted troop, all doing what they need to do. And don't get it wrong, Clay. We need those enlisted guys who are taking care, turning around the airplanes, getting them, loading the bombs, loading the BBs. It's a total team effort, and you're watching the synergy of it, and no one comes close. Like, there's no other country in the world. China can't do it. Russia can't do it. Great Britain can't do it. France sure as hell can't do it. We can do what we can do. When we decide that we're going to go out there and execute air power or sea power, there's no one that comes close. But the only people who really get in our way, again, are these silly senators and congressmen who sit there and wear their heart on their sleeves and can't think. They're all emotion.
See, that's where you're wrong. They're heartless. They can't wear the heart on their sleeve. Stand with me 1 minute. We're going to take a break. We're going to stay with y'all on the internet through this break because I want to have a little bit longer conversation with Andrew. Radio audience, don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. All right, let's pick this back up while we're still online. So, yeah, look, I'm just pissed off, Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm sitting here looking at all these people who are trying to sit there and say we shouldn't be doing this war. Look, I don't want wars either. But this ain't a war. This is still a military mission. This is an action, right? I mean, this ain't what we would call a war. It ain't a war until Congress allows it to be a war. So, not to get caught up in semantics, but this ain't a war.
It's not a war as far as Congress is concerned. I would argue it's a war, and we've been in a war since Iran first said death to America back in 1979, 47 years.
Mm-hmm.
We've been in a Cold War, and the fact that Congress is too much.
You can cuss now.
Oh, yeah, but I try not to, you know, but I need
a bunch of pussies. I'll say it for you.
There you go. And, you know, they don't want to declare war because then all of a sudden we really get to apply ourselves. And I would argue that we've never really completely unleashed like we've wanted to unleash since World War II. I know that, you know, Afghanistan with our special operators and everything.
I believe this week is the week.
I don't want to say this because I don't want to speak it into existence, but until America really gets punched in the face like a 9/11 on crack, we're not going to wake up. And then all of a sudden we're going to get kicked in the nuts, and we're all going to find out, and we're going to all have to wake up. And, you know, we'll have that World War II suffering. You know, when you're in boot camp and you're going through something and you're all suffering together, it builds you to teamwork together. It builds us all, makes us stronger. World War II, we had to ration rubber. We had to ration food. We had to ration metal. You know, we don't have to do any of that right now. We got our internet. We've got our fast food, and we've got our entertainment. So we're not suffering nothing. These influencers can get online on TikTok, on X, or whatever, and say whatever the hell they want, and there's no consequences to it.
I mean, hell, Iran shuts the internet down so people can't get any outside information.
Yep.
I don't know. I haven't been keeping up with it just every day, but I'm assuming Elon has dispatched Starlink.
He has
so people can get information and whatnot. So thank goodness for stuff like that, right? But right now we don't have to do that in America.
You know, I don't want to think about it, but I often laugh to see there was this video that went around when the internet just came out about this kid having all of his video games in the yard, and the dad's running over the video games with the flat deck.
I remember that, yeah.
Dude, I just imagine that on steroids, because America today is so weak. Without their phones, they can't do anything. Yeah. They're clueless.
Let me ask you this, little prediction.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that we get DHS funded? Do you think? I mean, I have such low expectations for Democrats, and we've got the power. We just need a few of them to vote to fund this thing. How many Democrats do we need to vote against the party?
6 or 7.
Funded?
6 or 7, I think.
6 or 7. I know Fetterman's in.
Yep.
And I'm sure they can persuade a couple others to make America safe again.
I
mean, how many? They're attacking Jews. Hell, Jews have been one of the strongest donor bases of Democrats. They're the ones funding all these damn Ivy League colleges that are breeding these people that hate them.
Yep.
So they're attacking synagogues. They're attacking colleges. They're attacking everything. New York City.
Did you see Mondami yesterday?
There's a threat of them attacking California with fucking drone bombs.
Yep.
What are we doing?
You were watching one side of the aisle play politics with the American safety, and it's sad, but until we actually get kicked in the nuts, it's not going to change. I really believe that.
Hold that thought. We got about 10 seconds till we come back from break. We're going to have 1 minute when we come back. I'll throw up the fist. I'll throw up the fist at 10.
Okay. So,
welcome back into the Clay Edwards Show. Guys, look, Ellis Autoplex, get out there this weekend. Do some great used car shopping. If you're looking for a pre-owned truck, holler at Casey and the team today. You can shop them online, get pre-approved, set an appointment, everything. EllisAutoplex.com. Got a ton of pre-owned four-wheel drive, four-door F-150s, and so much more. So much more. We almost ain't gonna be able to keep calling it Little Truck City as much variety as they got out there. Highway 471, Flowood, Mississippi. Andrew.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you joining me this morning. I wish we had a third hour today. I got to get out of here. I got stuff I got to go do. But good luck with your show. Andrew's going to be on WYAB from 10 to noon. He's there every Monday through Friday. He really peels the onion back. This is his specialty, is stuff like this. We're going to have him on the show probably a good bit coming up here in the next few weeks as this whole thing unfolds, and I need a professional opinion, somebody with the experience's opinion. 10 seconds. Do we get DHS funded?
Yes, after we get attacked.
After we get attacked. So we've been attacked. So do you think they're going to fund it?
Yes, when we get a bigger attack.
More people got to die.
Yeah, unfortunately.
It's sad. I'll see y'all Monday. Be blessed.